Hello, Catie. It's so nice to have you here today. Catie and I have worked together um, in coaching, and with her life and business, Catie works or owns Elevated Beauty with Catie. She's a cosmetologist. She is a whiz. I love all of her knowledge that she shares. And it's just been super fun to see the ways that you have grown, the ways you have leveled up. And I'm just so glad you're here with me today.
Yes, thank you.
Awesome. So tell us just a little bit of background, Catie, about you, and maybe why you started working with me as a coach.
So, cosmetology I've been in for going on 14 years, 12 years in one town, Mulbridge here. And so, with wanting to expand and be more especially as the industry is switching, and it was very hard for me to understand where I needed to fit in a niche or even just a zone of genius. Um, I couldn't get past limiting the beliefs, as you taught me. I couldn't expand on the knowledge that I actually had, but where it fits properly.
Mm-hmm.
The the essence of I'm good at what I do, but where do I fit? And that, as I knew I wanted to also live and drive a godly business and live as a godly woman, it was very hard to blur the lines or even just live within that um, Christian bubble that people might call it. That's where you help me. You help me and
Mm-hmm.
that's where I sought out. I had some very bad health situations when it came to fungus all over my body. My son having eczema, very bad, and going through all that made me realize there's a lot more clarity I have,
Mm-hmm.
but there's also still a lot of trauma that I had. So yes, I have clarity, so I'm extra motivated, extra healthy, don't
Mm-hmm.
know where to go, don't know where to begin. Um, then you brought to my attention, and actually it was fun because you said that you were morphing into women preneurs
Mm-hmm.
as I was needing one because I needed more business more than self, even though self
Right.
comes with it. But how do I fit self in business when business is not who or sorry, I'm saying that incorrectly. The business was wanting to reach out to other people, but I didn't know how to reach out to them.
Mm-hmm.
So understanding where that all fit together like a triad.
Yes.
Um, and it's kind of like a love triangle today that I'm realizing that there's this commonality of me in the middle, but they all reach at different points for different reasons. Um, and that's
Thank
been
you for
very helpful
sharing
for me.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because when we look at, being a woman in business, we can sometimes get lost in it all, right? We're like doing, we're building, and then we feel like, well, where do I actually fit in this? My heart, my soul, my mind, and being able to feel what it takes to run a successful business. It's not easy. It's not calm and happy all day, every day. But when we can find that calm and happy and that peace within, we can make, those decisions. I know when we started working together, just a few things you shared about some of the things you wanted to work on was really just feeling the things that are coming at you and sharing that value, right? You want to help so many people and you care so much. Your heart is so big, and I love that about you. That consistency and that and some of that comfort, also patience and stability. And so you had a business, you were successful, but because you were someone who sought out help, for your health and just being a motivated person, you're like, I want more. I want something deeper. I want to feel this so that I can relate and I can share on a much deeper level.
And that's where I didn't realize that having a life coach actually helped me with the tools. And
Mm,
that's helped me even today, even though after maternity leave, business did dip. And that's expected. And I'm glad there was the opportunity for my clients to be able to want to leave or need to leave because they weren't
mhm,
feeling good with me. And having that witness to myself
mhm.
because I know that is needed. And then
Yeah,
it leaves space for me to accept the ones that actually sought me out instead of ended up with me in comfortable zone. So
absolutely.
it's been very nice to be able to have those tools to go back to.
Awesome. I love that for you and that, that value, right? Sometimes as business owners or a lot of times as business owners, we base our value in the result, right? Like who we are is like the exact result. Whereas we can actually build that result and know that our value is based on who we are, not what we create or what we have to create or what someone says we have to create. And so I absolutely love that you shared that piece of working together. So tell me, how has working together supported your energy and your influence in your business?
Realizing I can let go. I don't have
Mhm.
to harbor the thoughts and know and keep replaying. I don't have to do that. That's been wonderful. Being able to lean into my feelings more with Christ, that I can go into and say, those feelings were thought, those feelings were felt, repent, and move on as you're feeling
Mhm.
new feelings because you've asked for that. So just knowing that the courage is there, that you can let it go to accept the better.
I love that. I love that, especially people who are fixers, right? You're a fixer, people pleaser. We're all recovering people pleasers, everyone in the Amplify Academy, because we care so much. But when we can let that go, oh my gosh, it's just such a peace and like you said, like a confidence with that. So what would you say your favorite part of working together was?
When you've seen me my most valuable and you were able to just talk me through the moment to know what to do by myself.
Mm, mhm,
I still get vulnerable and I'm good with that. It just reminds me that I have to remember of who I am truly, and that's that daily walk with yourself.
mhm.
But yes, the moments that we had that were very vulnerable, you're able to let me breathe through them and teach me and just almost guide me through like what the next step is. Like make sure that you're looking ahead, not behind.
Yeah.
That that was I think the solid point of our yeah, the coaching itself for me is so I could teach myself how to do it without you.
I love that, and I appreciate you sharing. The support and encouragement is so important, and I want to the funnest part for me about coaching is seeing women realize that they're far more capable than they think they are. But even for me, I've had people in my life support and encourage me. I make sure those people are in my life because sometimes we need to just borrow that belief from them until we're able to believe it for ourselves. And then it's really fun when we can see that click. And so entrepreneurship can seem very lonely at times, right? Like you're like, especially if you're a solopreneur, right? You don't have any employees maybe under you or working directly for you. And it's like, am I doing the right, like there's a lot of questioning, right? There's a lot of thoughts that can
Yeah.
spiral in many, many ways. And so just coming back to yourself and being able to have that space is powerful. Thanks. Thanks for sharing. What are you most proud of yourself for accomplishing during our time together?
Being able to let go. That's I think the
Mhm.
biggest thing is just knowing that the limiting beliefs are very limiting. So stop thinking of behind, stop spinning the hamster wheel of what could have been, what should have been,
Mhm.
and just truly moving forward and what can you do better for next time? How can you fix it so it doesn't happen again? And the also I guess the other point is to say no, but realizing you can say yes later somehow else.
Mhm.
So that's I guess my proudest moment is knowing I can move forward and get a better belief instead of a limiting one, and then
Yeah.
saying no to things that are discomforting or are too comforting because I want to be challenged more. And,
Oh,
and
yeah.
knowing that value in that for the business itself, not necessarily the person,
Mhm.
but because I am strong enough to be able to, yeah,
I love that. So it really sounds like the thing you're most proud of is being able to let go.
yeah,
Oh, like, I just, like, feel like an energy, like, off your shoulders, off my shoulders. It's like, whew, yeah, that letting go that we often don't give ourselves permission to, is
yeah.
powerful. I'm so happy for you, so happy. So, how do you feel compared to before we started working together?
Definitely confident, educated, for sure, inspired. That would be another word, inspired.
Mm. Awesome. Thanks for those words. They're beautiful, confident, inspired, educated. I love that. You also educated me a whole lot because you are an expert at what you do. Even before we hopped on, Katie's like, "Oh yeah, and then there's this." I'm like, I'm going to use the word geek and nerd because we both love what we do so much that we can geek and nerd out about it. And that's okay. We
Yeah.
love that. So tell us, Catie, a little bit about your businesses, your services, and who you love to help.
So cosmetologist would be the roundabout words, but I am a sugar specialist. So like waxing, but with a different substance, way better for skin. All
Mhm.
skin types are good for sugaring, along with a lived-in colorist. I don't like having the stripy highlights. I like more of the blended, lived-in, give you 12 weeks out of the salon. Haircuts, of course, are always 8 to 10 weeks. Things like that. So you can actually expand yourself and not have to live on the budget of the beauty budget, but actually live and breathe other budgets.
I love that. And just tell us where you're located, where your shop's located if anyone wants to stop in.
On Main Street, Mobridge, South Dakota.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So, one last question. Where do you see yourself and your business going from the support you received from working together?
I would love to be a host for other education to come. That's
Mhm.
where I would love to see it grow and build into the geek that I am, to house purposefully and be able to be a place to be educated.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time, Catie. I appreciate you. It was so fun working with you. And it was the most beautiful thing to see you grow into the confidence and the inspired woman that was always inside of you. And just holding space for you was a gift for me. So thank you so
And
much, Catie.
yes, thank you for having the time.
All right. Bye.